All right, I apologize first and foremost. This video might get shaky. Also, the light from the garage door might kind of wash this thing out, but you guys have seen me unbox this stuff partially. Still got that stuff in the box. I have broken down the cardboard, so that's out of the way. That stuff is like outside. I gotta make a dumpster run at some point. Kept the plastics, cover them back up, but this is where I'm at. So I have jerry-rigged up this contraption here, only because, so everyone knows that in this, you've watched other Harbor Freight videos, in this bottom lower box drawer right here, there's a ramp that you put on the end of the unit. Unfortunately, the end of the side that the ramp would go on is this side right here. You can actually see the screws that you would have to take out. The Phillips screws, just unscrew it. And then you can unscrew this one. You can see it kind of straddles the wheel to keep it from rolling. So you'd have to undo this, put the ramp right here, and then roll it off. The only problem is, well, my garage door is closed, but we're just see that tape on the ground. There's a lip. There's probably about an 1.5 inch drop, and I don't want to have to roll this thing outside and do that again. Granted, I wish they just screwed this side down, but also this side is just nailed down, so I'd have to get a pry bar and just, it wouldn't be an issue to just pry this little piece off, get it out of the way, and then it would be the same concept of, unscrewing that one. So it also has another piece of board right here along with down there to prevent it from rolling. So see, effectively I could put a pry bar here, but I don't want to, or not put a pry bar there, but pry that little piece up. I don't want to go through that because, again, the floor is not complete, so I don't want to roll it over here and then trying to get it over the edge of the tile and potentially cracking the tile there, especially since this is the last row. So here's what I've come up with. Use a 5/16 drill bit, and I've drilled in there, and use a, what do you call those, lag screws with the hook on there. And I'm standing up on the toolbox here, on the edge of it, of course. So yeah, I've drilled in there, kind of knocked on it, found a ceiling joist, kind of looked at where the screws are because this ceiling is partially painted. So kind of looked at where they are. Got a threaded, or not a threaded, like a D-ring here. My Warner set up this thing. You can see it, but it's rated for 1,000 pounds. This thing is inverted, so it's right here. 1,000 pounds, granted it's inverted, apologize. So it's rated for 1,000 pounds. The toolbox itself is about 900 pounds. I ran it down. I got my Husky strap right here, this black strap, because it's like the longest strap I have without having to like kind of join them in pieces. Kind of did that thing. It was slightly long, so I just kind of made a knot and hooked the excess to itself. And then I used these pieces of cardboard to protect the lift-in portions. So, on both sides, of course, right? So, looking on this thing, minus the glare, you can see that this thing is not, it's not directly over the box, and that's because I was on this side drilling and I just kind of went for it. So I fully expect the box is going to swing slightly to the right here, but it won't swing that much until it's centered, and I'll try to keep it from swinging too much when I stand up there too, because this thing is battery powered, but the trigger control is like right there. So you gotta, it's good when you're trying to pull something, like when I was trying to pull these things inwards, it was at ground level, but if you're trying to lift something, you got to be on a ladder or something to like activate this. It's not remote control, so that's the downside. I do have a hoist remote control, or one with actually a cord, but that's going to take me some time to put up. I don't want to rush that. So I'm just gonna lift it enough so it clears the platform here, and then I'm gonna pull it from under there. It might gouge up my newly laid towel, but that's fine. That's a garage. And then, I mean, that's gonna be a true test anyway of quality. So that's what I'm gonna do. I apologize for the glare in the windows. But yeah, I'm just gonna lift it. Maybe, it looks like about maybe 2.5 inches from where it's actually sitting on the platform. You can see it to the top. Just enough for me to slide it on there. I won't lift it too much and I'll just go slow. Weak points in my setup. Pretty sure the strap is rated for 5,000 pounds. Well, I'm not sure. Well, I am sure. The strap is rated for 5,000 pounds. I'm pretty sure my knot will hold. This thing, like I said, it's rated for 1,000 pounds. The box itself is under 1,000 pounds and it's not loaded or anything. The weak point would be my if I had slightly missed the joist or something, thin joist. So I'm gonna pre-position this thing if I can find a spot. So bear with me here. Try to find a spot for this, and we'll get to lifting. Let's see if I can. It's gonna get shaky for a second before it kind of stabilizes out here. So I apologize for the glare. And obviously it won't get the full shot in there. Actually, we'll set it up maybe over here. Yeah, how about that? So it kind of creates a larger, there we go. So I'm gonna run over there and then I'm gonna get it down. Let me throw my gloves on. Because, so I should be safe. If this thing falls down or that thing breaks, I at least should be holding onto it. So I'll be holding onto it so it should not fall and like dent my box. Should be good. All right, let's do it. All right, so like I said, I'm standing on the edge of the box. Well, this is the work center, so I'm trying to stand on the edge of it so as not to like create a dent in the middle. All right, let's turn this bad boy on and away she goes. Let's see, nice and slow. So yeah, there's a lot of tension on this already. That's the cardboard collapsing. The cardboard is very, it's a collapsible cardboard. So I'm gonna step back from under here just in case something comes down. So I'm gonna step beneath this from, basically remove myself from beneath this joist. So I can tell the box is off the ground on this side. I'm just gonna start a swing. Oh. really sketchy stuff here. So because it's not fully centered, the box, I mean, I'll show you before, I mean, I probably should get it down. So you can see it over there. It's like off the platform. I just need to lift it a little bit higher. If anything that falls over there, it's gonna be bad. So that's because I didn't have it centered when I hooked it up. So definitely not recommended do you do this way, but it's already in progress. So we're gonna continue. Make sure this thing is focused. I apologize, I really can't see the camera, so I'm gonna hop back up here. Lift this some more. Try not to put any weight on this box. All right. All right, so this box is completely off ground and swinging. So time to get this bad boy. Try not to put myself anywhere close to where I could get. Holy cow. Shoot. Something just made a popping sound. All right, this thing is down and I'm kind of pissed. I'll show you why. So I heard a popping noise and you can see me. I dropped this platform and here's the result. Oh man, here's the result of that. First casualty. It literally just, this thing is, I don't know, this thing is like probably 250 pounds. I was not expecting it to be that heavy, but I mean, it's layers upon layers of ply that's kind of sandwiched together. But the box is fully off. I don't know what that popping sound was. Maybe it was just the cord stretching or something, but it's off, and that's the heaviest, so I'm confident that I can do the rest. And this trim right here, well, yeah, this trim right here is replaceable. I probably just have to order it from Milwaukee if I get too bummed out about seeing it, which I'm kind of bummed out as it is. Take care of my stuff, but it could have gotten worse. I mean, it could have fell on something else, and then it kind of fell on the bag of tin set. Just glad I didn't really puncture that. So anyway, the toolbox is off, and hopefully that popping sound was not any damages or anything going on. I literally heard it, and I kind of freaked out and thought that thing was coming apart up there. So yeah, and that's when I let this thing go because I had it like vertical. So kind of glad my son wasn't around or anything. I don't think I would have let it go. Obviously, if he was there, I'd probably tell him to go real quick. But first casualty, something was about to happen, right? But this is just a piece of trim to protect the corners. So I mean, it did its job. You just gotta remove these rubber pieces and probably source a new piece of trim from Milwaukee. It doesn't have any on the back side, so I can't really put it on the back side. But yeah, memories maybe. Anyway, we're gonna end this video here. And chalk this up as I'm gonna say a success. Success minus. But anyway, I'll see what I'll do next if I'll record. I'll probably try to get the stainless steel top on in this guy. So basically, I'm gonna have to keep moving that thing over. So actually, yeah. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna move that over center of the work center, overhead the work center. Try to make it directly overhead now, just so I'm not like lifting from the side, because as you saw, this thing was like lap-sided when it was lifted, which was not great. So try to make it directly over center, and then what I'll do is once it's elevated, which I'm not sure it's gonna lift it high enough. Actually, it might lift it just high enough for me to slide a toolbox beneath it, then lower this on top of it. That's after I've installed the, what do you call it? The stainless steel top on the 73 bottom. So, I mean, this stuff obviously is no joke. That's why they say this stuff is extremely heavy, and you know, they advise using some kind of mechanical lift. That's what I'm using here. I need to turn that thing off to reset the duty cycle. All right, well, it held, it worked. I'm just gonna source a piece for this, get it replaced. I'm bummed out, but I'm not that bummed out. Could have been a lot worse. Anyway, as I always say, like, don't hate the team.